Hey, hello, hello. How are you doing today? So I have not made any beauty content videos in, I don't know, a few videos ago. It's been a while. And I have a pile of things that are like hits and misses of things that I've bought that I really like, and I bought things that have not really lived up to my expectations. They might work for other people, but they have not lived up to my expectations. And I have things that are just like what I would just call duds. Before I get too involved here, don't forget to hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm getting closer to 2,500. My goal would be the realistic to go from 2,500 to maybe 27, and then maybe 3,000 from there, and then maybe 5,000. You know, the just want to grow and grow and grow. So anyway, so don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload more videos. And don't forget to share this video with your friends who like beauty and style, or maybe someone who might just need a smile. You can smile all the times that I screw up over here. Okay, so some of these are Dollar Tree. Some of these products are from things that I sold on my website that did not work for me. Some things are just discontinued, and I can't promote them because they're discontinued. Some things are from, I've tried to stay within I have a very low budget. Nobody's sending me any PR yet. I'm putting that out there. Nobody's sending me any PR yet, okay? So I'm not one of those creators that gets tons of stuff for free, and then I can just kind of goof around. Oh, I just see a little thing here. I can goof around and then acquire a bunch of things and then toss a bunch of things without recourse, okay? So... and then I have some things that I bought at Dollar Tree that have worked out really well, that I'm really impressed by, and some things from different sources that I think are really, really excellent, and I'm really excited about to share and talk about. Okay, so the hits, okay? Recent hits are... Okay, first thing is recent hits. Okay, I had tried a Juvia's Place foundation at Ulta, where they have a whole tray of, listen to this wild. Okay, this is another thing. I'll just talk about nails for a minute. I sometimes use off-color nails just to use them up and then paint them, but I had never done this before, where and usually they're very pale and they kind of go with the polish. This time I happen to have some yellow ones, and I was like, when am I ever going to use up these yellow ones? So this is like what I call a happy accident, like Bob Ross, the artist, used to say, happy accident, where I used up the yellow ones, and I was like, well, I don't really want to have the yellow polish, so I put this, it's actually a pinker polish, but of course you put pink over yellow, you get more orange. So, but it ended up being a really cool effect, and even like from the side, so I buy my nails in packs from Amazon. I've been doing my nails myself from 2020 on. And that's just press-ons with a few layers of other polish on, because I don't just use the press-on nail itself, because the press-on nails, you know, in the inexpensive packs are kind of thin and they crack easy. So I find that if I put a couple of layers of nail polish on, whether it matches the nails itself or like this, a different color, and then a couple coats of I call Out the Door, which is my favorite top coat. It dries quickly. It dries the polish quickly, and the top coat dries quickly. And it gets a nice shine on the nails and doesn't peel. There are other brands of top coat, quick drying top coat, that after a while peels, and you always end up having this nasty. Okay, so that is So that's and at some point, sometimes they come out really good when I take them off and then redo them. And then there are other times where it takes 2 to 3 hours and it's a real struggle. So that's why I have not made a video or tutorial about it. When I'm doing it, it's so much work and it's a real hassle, and I'm doing both hands myself. And I know it can be done with filming and all that, but I have not perfected it. So anyway, this was right away a happy accident. That's a really cool idea, that if you're doing press-ons, and it's kind of a fun thing. Okay, so I had tried a Juvia's Place foundation at Ulta when they have their Juvia's Place display. And that foundation, I guess, is one of their creamier ones that I thought was their only one. Okay, so as it turns out, they had another one. I went just recently. And I tried out the Velvet Matte foundation. Now, it's $22 from Ulta, but if you follow Juvia's Place email, if you sign up for their emails, they will send you emails that have specials. And right now, this past week, it was on sale for $12.50. So very reasonable. That's how I have so many Juvia's Place palettes. So the foundation has been wonderful. It's been just excellent in terms of full coverage. It's not greasy. I like a heavier foundation in terms of consistency, coverage, all that kind of thing. So is it lightweight? No. But it's full coverage, and it's what I like. I like a heavier foundation. Other people like a lightweight, let's say like a powder foundation, and sometimes I do use a powder foundation, but for powder foundations are not that great in covering pores. The matte foundations that are in a creamy consistency like this are excellent at kind of filling in the gaps, I call the gaps, and whether it's a wrinkle or a pore. Okay, so this is the pressed powder foundation that's available on my website. Okay, so I used to use just this, and as I gotten older, I needed more. So more in coverage and more in terms of, like I said, filling in pores. This has done an excellent job filling in pores. It gives a really flawless look, and at the same time, it's not so matte that you look dead. I still add a little highlight, and I still add a few other things, but like this is highlight added with powder. But overall, it does not, it's like I would call it a breathable finish, but at the same time full coverage. It is the best of all worlds. Some of the other foundations I was using, the Truly Matte, it's okay, but it does not hold up over time. That Velvety Matte, the Juvia's Place, has been excellent. Doesn't have any irritants in it. Doesn't make my eyes water or tear up. And the Wet n Wild one that I had been using for a long time, because it's a water base, just wouldn't last and got patchy. So, all right. So another thing that I like, that I'm going to tell you, as a woman who has to shave all the time, I've never been all that great about it. Okay. For one thing, I'm a highly sensitive person. I cannot shave in the shower. A shower, to me, I want to relax. I want to enjoy it. But when you got all this water coming from all these directions, it's too hard to concentrate and be stable and not have the handle of the thing get wet, the razor get wet, and then you drop it and you got to pick it up, and then your legs that had the right amount of shaving stuff on it now have gotten wet, and this and that, and it's a big joke, and then your legs up, and this, it's a huge juggling act. Which, so years ago, I'd say my mid to late 20s, I learned, come out of the shower after, keep with your legs still wet. Don't dry off your legs. Use the moistness of the water that's there. And then I actually started shaving with, sometimes it was a very thick hair conditioner or a very, very thick body lotion or body cream. Okay. And that's what I shave with. Okay. But I was never all that particular about razors. When Triple Blades went to no, double blades went to triples, and then triples went to quadruples, and then quadruples went to 5 and 6, all those ones, okay? I was still using doubles. I would buy a pack of just cheapy razors, whether they're dark green or pink. I knew no difference. They just have them different colors. In fact, the last few years, my husband and I, I'd buy a pack of 12 and split up some for him, some for me. Were they the best things for my legs? Not really. Okay, but like as you all have seen, I'm not really a leg person. I don't like my legs. My legs are short. I also have sun damage on them now. I'm lucky if I lotion them. I am not a person anyone has ever said, oh, I love your legs. No, I have stubby, short legs. They get me to where I'm grateful for them. Believe me, I'm grateful for them. Okay, I'm great as a person who has a family member who lost a leg. I am very, very grateful to have both legs intact. I'm not saying that, but I do not have pretty long legs like supermodels. So that has never been a priority. I don't wear things to show off my legs. It has never, ever been a thing. So shaving and taking care of them, if I nick myself or I cut myself 3 or 4 places, who cares? It was never a thing. It was only like if I had a big date or whatever, okay? Or once a week or a special occasion or something came up that I was going to, and then even, before, when I used to have to do a lot more dresses, a lot more skirts, a lot more commitments, it was a big chore. I hated it. It wasn't something I got into. Then a girlfriend of mine recommended some really rich products to use on legs, and that helped. But the razor issue was never great, and I never could understand what the difference was. Okay, so on a whim, I saw these for sale at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Okay, because usually they're at the grocery store or the drugstore, they're at least $8, and then you always have to replace these things, and then that's more money spent. Okay, like I said, pink tax. And I know men also have these things where some of them are pink tax. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it means if they have it for women, they'll make it in the color pink and charge $2-3 more, and if they have it for men, it's cheaper and it'll be a darker color. Okay, anyway, or whether it's charging more or adding a tax to products that only women need, like sanitary things. Okay, so I thought I could not understand, first of all, the importance of the handle being higher. I could not understand the extra blades. I thought I was going to cut up my legs like crazy. Okay, so even before these, there was a triple with an angled handle that I bought out of the blue, maybe 6 months ago, and I was shocked at how much better my legs were. I didn't cut up my legs as much. The shape was closer. The angle of the handle was so much better to go around the curves of the legs, whatever. Okay. So that's what I was buying, and they usually sell them in packs of 2 or 3 at Dollar Tree. Okay, so that's what I was doing. Then I happened to see this 6, and I thought, do we really need 6? And that's every time there's something I always think, do I really need it? Is it just a marketing ploy? Because I've been in the beauty business for so long, sometimes a lot of things seem like gimmicks. Okay, so then out of the blue, I saw these at only $1.25. I see the angled handle. And then I was like, well, since the one with the triples worked great, why don't I just try? Okay. Oh my God, the best razor I've ever used in my life. Now, I don't know if the name brand ones, the Gillettes, the Schics, all these things, the Lady Schick, blah, 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 all those, okay? I know I have people on here who, doing all kinds of shaving sometimes, and I'm sure with men, you've learned, especially for some of my more bald-headed people who are shaving their head themselves, you see the importance of the angled handle. Since I don't shave people with a straight razor or a razor like this. I only use an electric razor when I do hair because I'm not a barber, I'm a hairstylist. But now I now see the difference, and of course, even so, the straight razor is just one razor, so I never even thought that the difference of 6. But let me tell you, my legs feel great. I've never had such smooth legs, and it does last longer. Okay, I may have talked about this in another video, but I can't stress it enough. This is just amazing, and these are just amazing. And I bought, a bunch, so I'm good for a while. Okay, so that's an amazing thing. Now, a while ago, some of my Primark trips, I bought, I bought this deodorant, PS. Now, I've seen PS brand. I thought PS brand was only at Primark, but I have seen it in other places. Okay. So I'm always up for trying new deodorants, especially with summer here, okay? And I have been using Suave Tropical Paradise, which has been sufficient. But I'm always looking, it says 48 hour. No, it's not 48 hour. I'd say about 8 to 10, if that. Sometimes 5 on a really hot day, okay? Especially in your high sweat areas, okay? So, I thought, for one thing, the Brazilian Mist is that scent that is the Dollar Tree version of the Sol de Janeiro, which I've talked about so many times. And this was also coconut shea butter from Primark, but it's a PS brand, which you can get other places. Okay, so I bought this. It smells nice. It's a clear gel. You don't get the white cast. I couldn't wait to try it. Did not last very long at all. I did not get a coverage. This one lasted longer. The Power Stick from Dollar Tree lasted longer. It's aluminum free. Brazilian Mist has the nice scent. Not quite exactly like Sol de Janeiro, but close. It performed a little better than this one, but nowhere near this, okay? Even though Suave is an off-brand. Suave is not the name brand. It's not Secret. It's not Degree. This is a talc-free formula, anti-staining. It's still white, though, okay? You still get a white cast with this. It's a white. It's white. And if you're wearing it with a black shirt, you can get the streaking. If what I do is I will put the shirt on and then go like this, so that way I'm not putting it underneath my pits and then putting the shirt on, and then because then sometimes if the bottom of the shirt gets caught up here, and then you've got the white streaks on the bottom. So okay, so I'm sticking with this. This is still a very, very affordable. It's a very affordable price and price point, but granted, it's not as cheap as these, but I wish these had worked, especially this one, because $1.25, because these are usually 3 to 4, and the name brand ones that are Degree or Secret or all those other ones are now up to $7 or $8 or $9, sometimes $2 off with a coupon if you get the the Procter and Gamble coupons that are in usually in the when you get them in the mail or you get them online. If you follow certain grocery stores, if you follow every grocery store every store from Dollar General to not Dollar Tree but Dollar General that has a coupon program, Dollar General, your local grocery store, say Safeway, Kroger's, they're all connected. Safeway, Albertsons. We have Giant here. I don't know any other types of stores. Any grocery store that carries Procter & Gamble products, if they have an online coupon section where you could save money, they'll have a ton of Procter & Gamble products. Now, some people are very controversial about Procter & Gamble. They have a lot of feeling about it, but but anyways, they're usually, and Procter & Gamble also owns CoverGirl. That's why a lot of times you see CoverGirl coupons with Procter, like Head & Shoulders or Tide or various Gain detergents or whatever. And sometimes they'll have their deodorants. So sometimes you might get a $2 off coupon from the grocery store and hopefully try to combine it when the grocery store has a sale if you're trying to buy name brand deodorant. And sometimes Suave has coupons too. So I'm a couponer. If I see a coupon I try to add it to my phone if I use the mobile app, or I will, if I see it with the local newspaper, or sometimes you get the weekly mailer things that has a mailer coupon. You save $2, and then if it's on sale, it's marked down even more. So let's say if this is marked, you have a Suave coupon for $1 off, it's on sale from $4.99 to $3.99 or $3.50. Then you get to use that dollar, dollar to however much off. Then you're saving even more money. Okay, so that's how I do it. Okay, okay. So next thing. Okay, Tier. This foundation took the internet by storm. Viral foundation. Now, in America, we have had cushion foundations before. I have never enjoyed them. I've never been impressed. They are always too liquidy for me. They're always too sheer. This one, all of a sudden, every beauty influencer was going crazy for this. They were getting PR. They were getting boxes and boxes and boxes of every shade and saying how that was the next best thing. It was the best thing since sliced bread. Then Avon, because Avon's parent company is a K-Beauty, is a Korean-based company, which I don't know if they were owned by the same company that has Tier, or were able to get a deal so that we could sell it. But we were still 6 months from when it went viral. Okay. Anyway, 6 months too late as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, we have it. If you're interested in it, it's wonderful. If you like a light, sheer foundation. They claim it's buildable. It is buildable, but it was not. I like an instant payoff. I don't want to spend 15 minutes putting my foundation on, building up. Okay. And it's just not my thing. I like a nice, thick, I already talked about my favorite one, the Juvia's Place. This did just not work for me. If you like a sheer foundation, and you like a sheer foundation that comes with its own really nice built-in sponge, and it's also, you have this little, it's almost like a little house. There's the church, here's the steeple. Open it up, here's all the people, it's great. Okay, it's great. But for me, it was not the right thing for me. Okay, it's not my favorite. All right, now, another thing that was from I wish we had this, because this is owned by the parent company, the Creme Shop. This is a brow kit. I've had this, has seen better days. I've had this at least 3 years, if not 4 years. It's time to let it go. This has been one of my favorite brow kits. I lost the little brush, or the little applicator. I've been using other brushes with it. It had this lovely white matte highlighter that you can put under your brow to highlight under here or above, or 2 shades. It was excellent, but it is time. I've already hit pan here. I'm just about to hit pan on the other ones, and I've had it about 3 to 4 years. So this is not fresh anymore. It is time to let that go. I wish, the reason why this is a miss is because we don't have it anymore. If we still had it, I'd be recommending it and doing one of my tutorials and using it. So that's a frustrating thing sometimes. Avon will rotate products out and switch things out, and something I had that I used 6 months ago that I still like, I can't recommend because they may have already taken it out. But this is a few years ago, and but we do have other Creme Shop products, because the Creme Shop is the same people doing the Creme Shop. LG also owes Avon. So if you go online to my website, my Avon website, check out my link in bio. It's got I've got a bunch of discount codes, different things, depending on what's happening. A lot of stuff. Welcome 10 code. Your first order, you get 10% off. And it's all right there, and you can just put in, when you brings it up, it'll say Marilyn's Avon store, and you can just put in the Creme Shop, and you can see all of the Creme Shop products that you can order through me. Okay. Yes, you can buy them at TJ Maxx or several other places, but why not support my business? Okay. So these are, a while ago, I did a mascara challenge. I was going to post it on here. It ended up, didn't have enough storage on my phone. It was a whole complicated thing. It was like 7 or 8 videos. Some were named regular drugstore brands. Some were variety of different ones. LA Colors. Some from the B Pure line from Dollar Tree. Some were Almay, Wet and Wild, LA Girl. A whole bunch of different ones. I still, for various reasons, only a couple worked out, and even then, the formulas had that smell that I cannot deal with. If you know, you know. Okay, the majority of I swear, if CoverGirl gets rid of this, I'll be a mess, because this one, the Cleantopia, is the best mascara I have ever used in terms of non-irritants and a very low smell. If you know the mascara smell, imagine a Sharpie. You know what a Sharpie smells like? Or if if you go clubbing in the LGBT world, you know poppers, okay? That smell, it smells like, or a magic marker. Imagine putting something with magic marker really close to your eye all the time. And after a while, your eyes get tired of putting it there and start to water and tear up. I have an allergy, and a lot of mascaras have that ingredient in them. Even Elmi, which is supposed to be hypoallergenic, or this one does not have that, but the consistency this one is a Wet and Wild. The consistency is super gloppy and almost kind of like a messy, dry, and I would spend like so much time trying to clean off the brush. The design, and sometimes it's like the design is not great, or the brush is good but the consistency isn't right. Sometimes the consistency is too thin. Sometimes the brush is not good for me. Sometimes or it's too thick, or the brush is wrong, whatever. Or they have that heavy chemical smell. I don't know if it's the exact same chemical as poppers, but it's that nasty magic marker smell that I used to smell all the time going to bars with my hairdressing friends. All right. Some people love it, but it doesn't do anything for me. Okay. And it was just, they would put it on the dance floor and they'd be dancing in clouds of it back in the 80s. And it would be, and especially me I had contacts back then, and I remember having to sometimes just take out my contacts in the ladies' room and just toss them in the trash because they were so irritated. All right, this one I got from the TikTok shop. This is a dupe for the NYX Neutral Palette. The shade range is wonderful. It's fabulous. The only thing with this is, I would say, I don't know if the NYX one is more pigmented. This one is not very pigmented. It's okay. It's pretty good. But now that I've got other ones, and I've also hit pan in a few of these, but now that I have other brands that also were very reasonably priced, this just doesn't compare. And I was using them for brows a little bit, but I noticed that over time it got kind of stale. It just didn't it took a lot more work for it to show up than when I first got it. Okay, some makeup is like that after a while. Okay. So this was from TikTok shop. This one was one of those just called a dupe, and you can get it from, you can get these kinds of things from, you can go to beauty supply stores, some of these mom and pop beauty supply stores that have a lot of kind of off-brand makeup that's duping or copies of name brand items. And sometimes it'll look like this, looks exactly like the NYX palette that looks just like that. Eventually, at some point, I might buy the NYX version, but sometimes it's hard to get now. But it was out for very popular for a few years, and you could see it. But lately, I've seen other ones in the NYX line that have different shades, and not this particular one. So, okay. So, Dollar Tree skincare. Okay. Apparently, a lot of people, I kept seeing people buying dupes for, they claim Dollar Tree dupes for high-end skincare. Okay. Some of their dupes are very good. There's a hand sanitizer spray that's very expensive. A lot of people buy, and the Dollar Tree version is pretty much very comparable and has gone viral. Some of some Dollar Tree things are excellent, so depending on your skin. I decided one time, this is a power face wash with caffeine and microfine pumice. I thought microfine pumice would be a good exfoliator, and it even says cleanse, exfoliate, remove makeup. As a cleanser, it was okay, but I noticed it was not that effective for my type of skin. It just wasn't, I wasn't getting my skin clean enough. Okay. They have a toner. I think the toner was sort of irritating my skin because I was starting to have a rosacea flare up. They kind of never really went away because I was alternating. Now, I'm very sensitive under here. A lot of I did that one video where you saw me without makeup and you can actually see how red. I get that red just from hot water. So if I use things that irritate my skin, I get even redder and I can break out in a ton of little bumps, as well as bigger acne, as well as other things. So, this is tea tree. And I thought, okay, tea tree is usually good for oily skin. It's not to say it wasn't good. It just wasn't good for me. Okay. Then their moisturizer. Okay, this one is Power Moisturizer. I thought, okay, great, it's all set. Retinol, antioxidants. Now, once again, I do not do well with retinol, and this really was not as thick and as rich as other moisturizers I've used. So I sort of thought, well, how bad can it be? But like I just felt like it wasn't thick enough for compared to the other creams and serums I like to use. And then it also which is, some people like a lighter one, which is fine. And so, if you're using something that is lightweight and has retinol, antioxidants, and glycerin. Glycerin is just kind of like a cheap moisturizer, sometimes it's not even listed on the label, but it's not bad, but at the same time, it's not bad, not great. This would be a good line if someone was just starting to do skincare and wanted an affordable way to get themselves into skincare and kind of introducing them, but without the heavy commitment. So, depends on your skin. If you have sensitive skin like mine, I just didn't feel like it was enough. Now, so I had bought those three, and then another time I went in there and all I saw was clay mask. I did not see Power Bubbling Clay Mask. Had I known it was bubbling, I think it was to the side and I just saw it like that. Had I known it was bubbling, I would not have purchased this. Okay, so I go to put this on thinking it was going to be, and it goes on dark or grayish, dark grayish, and thinking it was your basic black clay mask that when it oxidizes, it gets tightened, and really feels like thick and clay-like and really great for oily skin. This bubbling, I put it on and I'm like, why is my face bubbling? I really thought, oh my God, I'm having a really bad reaction. And I was really afraid. And no, I said, no, oh, I see, it's bubbling. Well, and I've used those types of masks before and not been impressed. And this was not that great. Now, it might work for some, like I said, it might work for some, but for me, I did not have the best experiences with it. It was okay. But I did not feel that immediate difference of how I usually feel, how my skin feels after I do a really good clay mask that when it's on, it dries and is thick. And then when it's off, you really feel like your skin is plumped and your oil is reduced for, usually the clay mask I use, the oil is reduced for 2 or 3 weeks, or even a month sometimes, and it's almost like at a home facial where you really feel like you got the great experience and, like you got your money's worth, okay? These might work for other people, but it just was not a good fit for me. I have a few other things, but those I'm going to hang on to for other ones because sometimes, like my skin has changed definitely in the last couple of years, but I need thicker moisturizers, but at the same time, ones that don't break me out. So, as well as ones that don't make me red because I'm to the point now where there's sometimes where my skin would be my whole face would be red. And I had sometimes you have to, in my job, I have to, see clients, and somebody came by when I did not have all my makeup on, and it was really, really embarrassing. So, and I said, oh no, I just took my, stuff off, and people were like, wait, did you get sunburn? Because it's that red. So I have learned to not you know, I'm trying to use as many, and it's getting better, use as many things that are non-irritants, not as strong, and or if they need to be strong, only putting them on the acne areas, not putting them on the areas that are, you know, tend to get really sensitive and get a flare up. So anyway, so yeah, so you know, this, it's not to say this isn't good. This might be a great way to introduce someone to skincare, if, and they do have other lines. They must have now 5 to 6 different lines of skincare now, Dollar Tree, because there's so many people who are on a budget and who are looking for affordable beauty. I would say for me, it's better to invest in things that really work well. The Belief, it's in my medicine cabinet. I was going to get the Belief Jelly Cleanser. It's available on my website, or you can buy it at Sephora, or you can buy it at Ulta, I think. Anywhere you can find Belief. Belief Jelly Cleanser has been a godsend for me. When I wash my face with that, my skin feels nice and clean. My breakouts are under control. Just excellent. And as well as my skin does not feel like it's stripped, you know. So anyway, these are my hits, misses, and you know, and things I'll definitely buy again, and some things I won't buy again. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. And once again, I'm going to just say I do offer consultations and, you know, beauty advice. And that's part of my job, is giving beauty advice and helping people pick up the right products for them, helping you. If you have a whole closet full of things or drawers full of things in your bathroom and you don't know how to use them and you're looking for help, or if they didn't perform well, you know, and you need help, you know, message me. Message me through my link tree, my other social media. I'm here to help you. I'm here to advise. Sometimes I suggest things that I sell. Sometimes I suggest things that are sold elsewhere. So, you know, it's all out there. I'm here for you as your beauty professional. Okay? So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks. Bye.